Dope. Looks like we're live. What's up, Mason Bishop? What's up, Jonathan Renteria? Just throwing this on the old Discords. One sec. We're not gonna play any music, by the way. Every time we play music, we get copyright flagged and people out of the country can't watch. So yeah, we're not gonna do that. Just gonna hang out with you guys. We're gonna do some designing. Cool. This is a little preview of what we're gonna be working on. What's up, Ali? What's up, Yugal? What's up, Blake? What's up, Epic Dude? Epic Dude? Epic Duke? Epic Dookie? What's up, Melau? One sec. Let me finish this post to the Discord. Alpha Gaming House. I think it's just Alpha Gaming House, right? Alpha Gaming House. Did that not send as a link? We're at Baby Metal, right? We should be listening to Baby Metal this entire stream. It's the best rocket. I didn't make that. I ripped that off of Google. But thank you. Been trying to deconstruct the Pikachu alert forever. You're actually gonna see. You're basically gonna see how I do it. Slightly different because this isn't using like sprite artwork like I usually do. Where are we at? General chat. Let's see if we can turn this into a link. I don't think I enabled links on this one yet. I got to do that. Well, let's get started. Okay, this is our rocket. And I'm debating. I don't think I'm going to. It would turn this, I mean, it would add like an extra hour to the process here. I was debating making it like slowly spin. But, man, that would be miserable. Meredith M. Is that Mildred? I just want to start off by saying I really appreciate what you've done so far helping streamers and YouTubers. I see that's what gets more views, but it means a lot of improving these. Oh, dude. I'm happy to do it. It's fun doing something that, like, I enjoy doing, you know? All right, we're just going to take this. I forgot I put 2 on there. I copied it in case I wanted to try something. I really was considering, like, making it spin, but, man, that would be so hard. It wouldn't be hard. I could do it. It would just take an extra hour, because then I'd have to clean this whole thing off so it was a blank rocket and create a skin that could rotate over it. And, I mean, I could do it. I just don't want to. You really have to weigh, like, how much time does something take versus how much does it actually improve the experience, you know? Like, I know I really like adding all the tiny details, but, like, this is one that's just, you know what? The spin's not worth it. All right. We got our rocket. I grabbed something really dope from the internet. Called rocket. Don't need that. Yeah, here's the where did that file go? I think it's in here. Yeah, here was the original file. I grabbed this off of Google. So I definitely didn't make that rocket, but thank you. By the way, if you guys are looking for something healthy to drink that feels like soda, but it's not soda, buy Bubbles. BAI Bubbles. They're like sparkling zero sugar drinks. They're super good. Most zero sugar drinks, like even like Red Bull, no sugar, is garbage. It's got fake sugar in it. which your body digests the exact same way as it digests real sugar. So it still causes you the same. It's all marketing. Sugar-free stuff is no better for you than sugar-full stuff. This actually like doesn't have sugar in it. All right, let's get started in the next software. This actually shouldn't take too long. We're gonna do 2 alerts. We're gonna do 2 alerts, and then we're gonna do some Twitch fam games. We're gonna play some what do you call it? Some custom games in PUBG. So that'll be fun. How big do we want to make this? We definitely want to make it 1920 left to right, but we don't need to make it all full 1080. Let's make it like 700. And we can always crop it down if we need to. We'll make it 10 seconds long. Okay, so here it is. So this is the width of a 1080p screen, right? Do we want to just do this screen? You don't really need to see this camera. This way it's out of the way. Is that better? Let's do that. Dude, I drank so much soda. Oh, dude, I can get a Blue Yeti Pro for free from my friend. Then I'm gonna buy the Behringer. Yeah, blue stuff is amazing. I got a blue mic right here. Obviously, it's totally different, but do it. Actually, if you got a Yeti, you really don't need. Try it without the Behringer first. See how it sounds. It could be awesome. Could be not awesome. Okay, let's grab that rocket. Come on. All right, let's grab it from over here. All right, check this out. This is what we're doing. Probably should have cut it in Final Cut first, so I can actually like cut the entire clip. So what we're gonna get the rocket flying across the screen, like going across, and the person dancing on top of it. And I think we're gonna do the next one. Yeah, this dance going on top of the rocket. Dude, it's gonna be so dope. Okay, let's make sure it stretches all the way across. Perfect. Let's go ahead and chroma this out. Man, I haven't done chroma in motion in forever. Is it filters? Keying. There we go. Boop. Just like that. When something's that green behind it, usually all it takes is just adding the keyer. You can see there's some issues on the feet, but honestly, that probably won't even matter. Oh, his hands get cut off. That ruins the whole thing. All right, hold on. Let's watch the video. Let's choose a different one then. Who cropped this? So look at that. We could do this one. Hold on. Hey, are we lagging, by the way? When I'm watching the stream back, it looks like it's lagging. Can you let me know if it's smooth or if we're lagging? Actually, I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone. Where'd you get the footage? YouTube? Let's find out. I just think this would be hilarious. That'd be pretty funny too. That writing across the screen. You guys want to do the horse riding one? I want your opinion on this. I don't know which dance we should do. What else do we have? Can't do that one. His hand gets cut out. Nah. Now we're getting into the lame ones. You guys like the horse one? Horse or floss? I don't think the floss one is in here. Unless you're talking about this one. I kind of like this one. I love making this stuff. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's make sure we get it right on. There we go. Okay, we're gonna have to shorten this down a little. That's okay. It's pretty long to begin with anyway. Okay, so that's as long as we can make it. I'm seeing some new people in here. Okay. All right, we got the dance. Shrink it down a little bit more. Imagine that this is the width. See, you really, even my alert is too big. You really don't want an alert that's just like covering up the whole screen. What I wanted this to do is just fly across the bottom of the screen. She's going to be riding this rocket, right? Maybe right there. Yeah, he should be he's in front of the rocket. What does he look like? He's behind the rocket. Let's bring him up a little bit. For some reason, he looks like he's behind the rocket. Ugh. Marvel, you're the GOAT. Thank you. All right. Look how simple this is. So we got him dancing on the rocket. What we're going to do is we're going to take these two and group them. Call it rocket dance. Let's not get the motion in yet first. There's one other thing I want to add to this. Particle emitters. Pyro. Flamethrower. That's what we used for the Charmander. Flame line. No. Gas torch. Ooh, I think this is good. Let's do that gas torch. That looks solid. Mike versus Mike. I'm using Apple Motion. So let's rotate this around. I mean, I could do it all in emitter, right? Emission angle 180. There we go. And just move this on down. And put it we got to put it behind. Oh no. We got to put it behind the rocket. There we go. I feel like it needs to be coming out faster. That flame's coming out kind of slow. What do you think? Let's see if we can make it come out faster. There's a speed in here somewhere. Birth rate. You can see this little item here that you see in the top left. That's the that is what's being emitted. A bazillion of these. So that the birth rate would make more of those. You can see over life they change color. So when they first come out, they're blue, then they turn to yellow, then they turn to red. Speed. What we probably want to do is bring up the speed and then turn down the life. Not that far. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. 1.0. How big is 1.0? 1.0 is not bad. It's better. Let's bring it down to 0.8 maybe. It's still too big. There we go. There we go. So we're so each of these little puffs of smoke that we see here, it gets created. This is called a particle emitter. So it gets created and it launches it in a specific direction, and then after a certain amount of time it dies. And that is the life of each particle, and this thing is called a particle emitter. And so you can see this is how many 257 of them spawn at the central point right here every second, and then they emit in an angle of 180 degrees, which is to the left. They live for 0.8 seconds, and throughout that 0.8 seconds, they start out blue, then turn to yellow, then turn to red, which is why it's blue here, yellow here, red here. And then you have the speed of how fast they move. So that's how this is all working right now. Where'd you get the green screen footage? YouTube. I just searched Fortnite dance green screen. I'm making this for you guys. I'm not actually going to use this. This is going to go on the Stream Doctor channel this week. It's going to be available for all of you. Dude, this is looking great. Okay, we need a little bit of smoke, though. Let's find one more particle emitter. Smoke. Cartoony smoke? The flames are too real to have cartoony smoke behind it. No, not rising smoke. Nope, none of that. Smoke variation? That's not bad. Oh, that might be the right one. Steam vent. Let's try smoky variation first. See if we can alter it a little bit. Okay, we're going to throw it down underneath the torch. Move this down to the same point. And I'm an idiot. Let's move this all the way back to the beginning. No, that's not working. It likes to go up. You know what? I don't think smoky variation's gonna work. Is he making more than this? We're making 2. We're making this one for really I'm gonna make the entire file just available to download, but I'm gonna actually like go into Muxy and create alerts with the text that pops up behind it and stuff. But I'm going to make this one so it's as easy as just going on, clicking a button, and adding it to your stream. With this one for sub, and then another one for a follow. Let's find the other. What was the other one? Steam Vent. That looked like it would work really well. If we again switch it to 180. It's not bad. It definitely looks more like Steam. What if we get rid of that? That's terrible. But we might be able to rotate these. No, that's not changing anything. What about this? Is this it? No, that's for our other one. Okay. What if we turned off this one? That's better. Still not great. Yeah, I want to see if we can... It's coming out of a point. I think we just need to honestly turn down the opacity a little bit. Gray it up a little bit. What do you guys think? Eh? If I shrink this down, what? It doesn't do anything. I thought it did. I can hear a bunch of stuff going on in Discord. Unless you can actually change it in here. Nah, you can't. There we go. Shrink them down a little bit. Looks good to me. It'll be a lot less noticeable too when it's in front of gameplay instead of in front of black. And you make it so we can go back on the stream. This will be saved. It'll be archived. I'm going to post this entire thing on the Discord as soon as we're done. So it'll be unlisted on YouTube. So when people go to the channel, they don't see a bazillion like random live streams. Because I want to keep the content that's on the channel super high quality. But if you're in the Alpha Gaming Discord and you go to, what's it called? Let me find it. Go to unlisted live streams. You'll find it in there. And I'm not playing any music during this stream because people trying to watch in foreign countries weren't able to watch the last two because we had music running. Okay, I'm happy with this. Can you guys not hear the music at all? No, you can't. Why can't you hear the music? One sec. Oh, it's because it's not even coming out. Can I even do that? Huh. There we go. Let's create a new aggregate device real quick. One sec. That didn't work. New multi-output channel. Where is it? Bummer. All right, you guys aren't going to be able to hear this audio. Too bad. I'll change it over if I ever need you to hear something. This is what it sounds like right now, by the way. I don't want to put this audio in there. Oh, you're probably hearing it through the mic, actually. Okay. All right, let's get the movement in now. So we've grouped them all together. So it's this group has everything we've done inside of it. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the properties of this group. And we're going to set them there at the very first frame. We're going to see how it looks. Actually, 8 seconds is a long time. Let's make it 4 seconds. So what we do is on the first frame, we're going to take his position, his X position, which is his left-right position. Set a keyframe. Go 4 seconds ahead. And man, this is weighing heavily on the computer. Bring it all the way off the screen so there's nothing left. We're also going to go into the keyframes because we need to make it, see how it's going to start off slow, then it's going to speed up and it's going to slow down by the end? We need to make it linear. So that way it's the same speed throughout the whole thing. What do you guys think? And then the name of the person subscribing comes up from right behind it. The blue boxes will 100% be downloadable. Making this for you guys. Let's cut this down. I'm kind of down to 6 seconds. I like having a little bit of leeway at the end so that it doesn't start over when it ends. Sometimes Muxy will do that if you try to set it to like 6, like you try to make it end right on that point. If you don't put some headroom at the end, it'll show the first couple frames of it restarting. I'm actually gonna give it another whole second here. Dude, I love it. All right, so now I know I can cut the top down. I want to try to get this file as small as possible. And you don't change a lot with cutting out blank space. Blank space doesn't actually take a lot of... Ooh. Doesn't do much. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it just like this. Okay, now we need to export it, change it to WebM so we can upload it to Muxy, and then adjust the text. You guys are going to see some of the CSS stuff that I do. Can I hear it if I do this? No, I can't hear it. I can if I do this though. Yeah, I'd have to monitor it. That's alright, I don't want to do that. Okay. So, this is important. If you're trying to make your own alerts and you want the background to not be black, you want it to be transparent, you need to export it with a codec that has an alpha channel. Alpha meaning transparency channel. And ProRes 444 is one of those. Just going to throw it on the desktop. We're going to call it Rocket Sub. We're going to save this whole project. We're also going to call it Rocket Sub, just in case I want to go back and, I don't know, maybe we get done with it and I realize, you know what I should have done? Should have added this little thing to it. Twitch link is broken? Twitch.com/Harris Heller? You sure? One sec, let me take a look. Dun, 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 dun. We also got to get some better audio on this. Do you guys want to grab that same audio? Use the same audio that's already in there? Or do you want to, what do you think of about adding like a, we got to have like a fade out and everything too. Like an audio fade out. So let me change it a little bit. Actually, I'll just do it right on here. Testing that Twitch link. Let's see if it works. Did I do Twitch.com? Gosh, I'm the dumbest boy in school. There we go. It should save in a sec. Thank you, Mason. You're the GOAT. Okay. Next thing. Let's bring the audio back to my computer so I can edit properly. Custom. What do we make this? 1920 by 500. It's 30 frames per second.
Welcome.
Okay, so this is how I always edit my audio. I do it in Final Cut because I want to be able to see it just fine. Let's grab that sound. Let's actually go ahead and just import that other one. I'm going to use that exact same. There it is. I'm going to use the same file. Let's detach this audio. We don't need the video. That's where we want it to start because it's right at the beginning of the song. Give it a little fade out. There we go. Anybody cut down the delay on Streamlabs since they're always so delayed and unpredictable? No, I have no idea. Notice my alerts don't even show up when the Muxy ticker's open. I don't know why. But yeah, I got a couple guys in there. A lot of knowledgeable people in the Discord. It's at the very bottom. Discord link's at the very bottom of the stream. Very bottom of the info. Perfect. We've got a solid alert. Let's go ahead and export this audio. Hey.
It's for you.
Oh, thank you. Hey, you want to see what I made?
Mm-hmm.
Just exporting the audio real quick. Isn't it supposed to cover the whole screen? No, this isn't a transition. This is just a little alert for when someone subscribes.
That's great.
Yeah, in the game you can shoot off those rockets, and then you can guide them. Like it shows what the rocket's seeing, so you can guide the missile. Okay. And you can go up behind your teammates, and they can jump and land on it. It's called rocket riding. Okay. So you can like launch your teammates above, and like if you do it, you have to time it just perfectly. And so.
That's what that is?
Yeah, he's rocket riding, and then the follower's gonna pop up right there.
That's cool. You're so smart.
Oh, it's hot. So I'm gonna make it a sub alert because I'm also gonna make a follow alert after this, but the file itself is going to be downloadable from the Discord, and you can just download it and you can put it in whichever one you want. Yeah, so I'm doing this because this week's video is going to be how to make this into your own alert. Okay, we should be done in Final Cut. See the next step. So you can't. So that file type with that alpha channel, the ProRes 4444. It's a massive file. It's completely uncompressed. You can't. You can't upload those to websites. They're just too big. You can't upload them to alert websites. So you need to convert them into WebM. So you can see this is 25 megabytes, which isn't huge. Let's convert it. Oh, you're saying is this going to be a video? Like, just going to be? Am I going to make a video on how to put this in, or am I going to just like make this available to watch later? If you want to watch it later, there's in the Discord. There's a channel called Unlisted Live Streams. When someone follows the notification, lags your stream. You just got that was happening to mine too. That's why I went to a 2 PC stream. You got to turn down settings. Every time someone followed me, I'd drop frames. I mean, these are pretty intense WebM files. I think there's 60 frames per second. Pretty high detail. Look, it went from 25 megabytes to less than 2 megabytes. So WebM is tiny, but it does take some processing power, which is why it can slow down your stream. Large files take up more space and they take up more RAM. Small files don't take up like any RAM, but they do take up some extra processing power for your computer to process them. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to this screen real quick, just because I don't know if I have to sign into anything. WebM is good, but it can take up some processing power. I've done a little bit more research ever since I made that video. A couple mistakes I made in the past. It does carry audio, but it tends to be glitchy audio. We made a Pikachu alert, or Pikachu transition, Pikachu animation. This one. We made this one without because right now that's two different files. That's an audio file and a video file that are playing in sync. And I made it as one file, but I need to mute this dang Discord. It's going crazy. One sec. I'm muting this real quick. WebM does look a lot better. But like when I did that, my CPU percentage just went up about 5%. WebM does take up some serious CPU power. It can also do audio. But yeah, when we did the Pikachu one with the audio inside the file, it got super glitchy. So I still recommend doing two different files. Okay. Where are we at? Muxy.io. Cool. All right. Oops. I'm doing the wrong one. There we go. Let's create a new alert package. We're going to delete everything but the subscription. Go away. Mike versus Mike, thank you. Get rid of the host. Okay, we want this to be nothing but a sub. Okay? I'm gonna name this Rocket Ride Sub. Name this Rocket Ride Sub. Don't want any of that. We already made our own animations. Gonna make it 7 seconds. We're gonna make it 6 seconds. We don't need it to be 7 whole seconds. Let's go to the media. Let's import these. Any good free programs? Trying to make a simple Sparkle WebM for a static image on my screen. I don't know. I've been using the same software for like 15 years, so I'm not sure about that. There's a lot more available than when I first started, though, with the App Store. And there he goes. Let's add. It's on the desktop. Rocket Sub Audio. Turning off text to speech. I don't like text to speak on my subs. All right, this is how you change the preview. So you need to change the preview window size to be the same size. You don't actually need to, but it helps. Now let's save it first. Save changes. Oh, I did that again. Dude, Motion's been doing something really weird for me. Gosh dang it. So, do you guys know the difference between 1080p and 1080i? It's okay. This is probably good. This is a learning experience. You guys get to see this and learn something new. There we go. Field order. None. You guys can hear me, right? And you guys know the difference between 1080p and 1080i? Inches? No. Here, I'm going to save the other one just so you can see it. So the P stands for progressive scanned. The I stands for either integrated or I think it's interpolated. Here, I'll show you the difference. Take a look at this thing. Look at him. Look at this guy. You'll see this a lot in anime. So how it works is it's 30 frames per second. And in 1080p, every 30 times per second, every single frame. So there are 30 frames in every single second. And every single frame, you take the rows from top to bottom. So in 1080p, there are 1080 rows. And every single line scans from top to bottom 30 times per second. Right? Interlaced. That's what it is. Not interpolated. Interlaced. So in 1080p, every 30th of a second, every line of pixels refreshes. Right? From top to bottom. In interlaced scanning, it actually updates 60 times per second, but every single time it updates, it only updates every other frame. So in frame 1, it'll update line 1, line 3, line 5, every odd frame. Then in frame 2, it'll update line 2, line 4, line 6, and it'll do all the even frames. It'll trade off every frame. Odd lines, even lines. Odd lines, even lines. And it looks like this. Can you see that? I don't know how well you can see it because the on mine it looks like you can see line per line. Motion I think costs $50. But because it's going into a capture card and it's a different resolution, it looks a little bit different on the screen, I think. But you can see half the lines are this frame, half the lines are this frame. That's the difference between 1080p and 1080i. And for some reason, motion has been defaulting to 1080i, and it's been driving me nuts. We gotta do this again. You can actually see. Is it this one? I think this transition is still in 1080i. It is. Did you see this box down here? As it was coming in, it was like, they were like crooked. It looked like little teeth on the side. I'll show you again. I redid that one. That one used to do it too. Watch this. Watch the little box that comes in on the bottom right. You see it? How it's not a straight line? Did you turn off progressive in motion? No, you want progressive. What I did is I turned off because it was saying, do you want to refresh the even lines first, the odd lines first, or do you want to turn off that whole function? And you turn it off, and it changes it to 1080p instead of 1080i. Now you know. Yep. It drives me nuts every single time. Look, this progressive scanned one is actually even smaller than the interlaced one. Where's our Chrome? There it is. There's the right Chrome. Let's trash this one. Upload the new one. That's not right. Oh, we got to save it. Did you save? Let's see now. Hey, that's better. It's 1920 by 500. There we go. Dude, I'm so happy with this alert. Do you need a Mac for this? No, you can. I just used Mac software for a really long time, so I'm super familiar with it. You can make it on any of them. I'm gonna also turn off. I'm gonna turn off the just to clean this up. I'm gonna turn off user message.
Welcome.
All right, let's find another. Let's find a better font. So all these sites, just so they can be used anywhere, they use Google fonts. So any Google font that you find, if you look through these, find one you like, you can use it in these overlays. I like really thick ones. Like this. We're going to use Anton. 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 There we go. And we're going to change it to say blank subscribed. We're also going to make... Let me remember exactly what I type here. Hold on. There's a little code you can add into it. I want to say it's !BR caret. Where are you? Star subs. There we go. Oh, once I made it advanced, you lose it. Okay. All right, fine. Where do I type it? It just says new sub. Oh, that's right. Man, I made that one super complicated. Are there softwares like Motion that are free? Probably. I didn't even see what James said. I want to say you do this, though. Break. Let's test it out. Hey! See, this is looking great. All right, what's left? We need the font to be bigger. And I don't want him to pop up until he's in the middle, right? Okay. I like to do as much as I can before I make it... do as much as I can before I make it advanced, because the stuff you're doing in here changes that changes the advanced coding. But if you change it to advanced, then you can't go back and change. Anyway, the longer you keep it in simple, the better. Oh, did I say I like thick ones? Font still needs to be a little bit bigger. Let's try that. That'll work. What do you guys think? This looks really dumb but awesome. That is exactly what we're going for, Nutella. I wonder if it would be... Nah. Yeah, why don't we try doing a fade in? It'll fade in while it's not yet on screen. And that way the text will fade out too. Let's try that. But then he starts fading in. And we got to change this down to like 5. See, he fades in on the edge of the screen. I don't like that. We're going to have to make the text fade out in the code. Okay. That's what it was. Please do more of these. Oh, I plan on it. First time here. Have you thought about some Black Ops zombie alerts? Huh. I mean, if it becomes popular enough, it's got to be worth my time is the problem. I can't do a bazillion of these. I mean, we've already been doing this for an hour. And it is hot in here. I'm running 2 PCs. Okay. All right. It's time to make this advanced and start working on some code. Just to get that font to fade in right as we it's been a while since I've done this. I'm going to have to revert to my old code and take a look at that and remember how I did it. All right. Switch it to advanced. No animation. Let's go to the CSS. Let's grab these ones too. Okay. So if you look at my CSS here, I don't know if you can read this very well. These up here, you can see these keyframes. These are the animations. Okay? I made these 3 animations. You can see the green is the beginning of it. The green is where I started it and named it, right? Keyframe fade out, keyframe text grow, keyframe fade in out. I don't think I'm actually using the fade out. But we're going to use that fade out. So I'm actually going to copy this. You can see all it says is 0%. So at the beginning of the animation, the opacity is 1, meaning 1 being perfectly, you can see 100%, 0 being completely transparent. So at 100% at the beginning of the transition, it's completely opaque. Opacity equals 1. At the end of the animation or transition here, the opacity is 0. Let's go ahead and copy this. Let's bring it in. To put it at the very top. Let's see if we see. Okay, there's the notifications right there. So yeah, put it above the notifications. If you don't know anything about coding, blank spaces don't mean anything. I could put 100 blank spaces. It wouldn't change anything. I just wanted to make some space so I could stay organized. Oh. Want to make like a custom design alert? Is that possible? I'm confused. What's the question? I have no idea what you're asking, bud. Dude, Tony Rog Gazer. Thank you for the sub. By the way, if any of you would like to, we're starting a podcast. We'll be posting a clip of it tomorrow. We did our first one on Thursday. If you guys want to help support this channel, first of all, the best thing you can do is just be here, watch the videos, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all that. But if you want to go the extra mile and add a little bit more, you can sub to this channel just like you can sub to Twitch. I think it's called memberships. Let me see if you can even figure out how to do that from mobile. They really don't make it clear. You can sub and you can get what do you call them? Well, I'm looking for the chat. How do you even open up the chat? There we go, live chat. Yeah, you get sub badges just like on Twitch, or you're welcome to super chat, and at the end it'll pop up at the end, and I'm always absolutely going to answer any questions that are super chatted to make sure you guys feel like it's worth it. But any support would be amazing. Thank you guys so much. Okay, we got the fade out. That's going to be for the text at the end. And let's grab the... Actually, I think we're just going to make it a fade in out. Now let's make it a text grow. Let me see how I did this. Text container. Fade in, out. Text grow. That's in user message. Oh, keyword not user message. Okay. Okay. Fade out. We're going to throw in the text container. Text container. Delay needs to be maybe 4 seconds. Let's try that. See what happens. See if it fades out. Hey, look at that. Our text fades out right at the end. But it still lingers too long. Let's make it a 3-second delay. This is the slight coding that you have to do this. So you can see there's animation, which is fade out. Well, you can see what we named it up here as keyframes fade out. Animation delay, so how long until it starts. We're going to make that 3 seconds until the delay starts. And then fill modes forward. Animation fill mode forwards means that once this is done, it stays at whatever setting we have here. If we didn't put that fill mode forward, it would, as soon as this animation was done, it'd go right back to what it was before. So it would just appear again. So that's why we have that there. Okay, we got our fade out. Now let's grab the pop in, right? So this is called text grow. That's what I named it. You can see at 0%, font size is 10 pixels. At 50%, so halfway through the animation, it goes all the way up to 70 pixels. Then at the 100%, it drops back down to 48 pixels. So it goes, right? It goes larger and then comes back. Following? And we're going to add, you can see the bottom here. Here's the animation right here. Animation text grow. We want to make the delay maybe 1 second. Oh, but that only did the name there. We also have to start the font size at 0 pixels. But that only applied to... It only applied to that one. We could add the exact same one to both. Here's the subtitle. Let's try that. That didn't work. I know it's not going to change anything. I wonder if we can add it into this whole thing here. No, you can't. You can't have, as far as I know, you can't have two animations in the same one. I'm actually a little bit stumped here. Let's bring... How do we want to do this? Trying to figure out why we can't get the subtitle, which is the text to pop in. What did I have here? Subtitle I had as a fade in after the name popped up. Why don't we try that? Let's just add that in. Let's go to subtitle. Fade in out. I'm not getting it at all. Delay, it's making only 1 second. Why aren't we getting any of the subtitle? And that noise is driving me nuts. By the way, I'm not like a professional coder at all. I just spent some time on Google. When I wanted to do this, I just Googled CSS animations and tinkered around with it for a long time. You know what we could do? I got an idea. Why don't we make this one animation? So instead of trying to set different animations to different stuff and them kind of interacting with each other, what we'll do is we'll take this text container and we'll make this whole thing blow up and fade out. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to start at 1 second into it. And then probably going to use this one. Font size 100 pixels. Opacity 1, I guess. But this needs to be like a 20%. And then 40%. And then at 100%, we're going to make the opacity wait, but we don't want the fade out to start there. We want the fade out to start maybe at still think this is not the right speed. This needs to be like a 10 and a 20%. And then at, I don't know, 80%. We'll have the opacity still at 1. And then at 100%, we'll have it at 0. So we don't need the fade in out anymore. It's all done in this one animation where it starts out, it grows, gets big, gets normal, chills there for another 60%, and then fades out to 0. Okay, so let's get rid of this fade out. All we want is this text grow animation. And we want it in here. Am I losing you guys, by the way? Yeah, I'm trying to get the subscriber part to show up. And because I have multiple animations kind of contradicting each other, that's part of the problem. We're going to make this 3 seconds long, animation delay 1 second. All right. Why did it go back to 0? Dang it. We're gonna do this. We're just gonna add font size. We're gonna add another 48 pixels here, just so it stays at 48 pixels the whole time. Hey, we got it. What do you guys think? You guys cool with that? Would any of you guys use this on your stream? Are you gonna drop this link later? This won't be on the channel, like to just like go through and find, but I am gonna put this link in the Unlisted Live Streams channel on the Discord, so you can watch this later if you want. Okay, that music's driving me nuts. We have our subscriber alert, and it's finished. Oh, man. It gets so hot down here in the summer. Oh, my goodness. Sun's still out? What time is it? 8:12? Can't be dark yet. I'm in a basement, so you can't really tell if the sun's up. No fork knife. I'm not a big Fortnite player either. Going to be sharing the file 100%. The file will be in the Overlays and Animations channel in the Alpha Gaming Discord. It will go up. Actually, I'll probably put them up as soon as we're done. But then I'm going to make a video on how this is done, how everything works, how to add this either through Muxy, like just by clicking a link, or if you want to add it to Stream Elements or Streamlabs, how to do it yourself. A very simple tutorial. Okay. 2 hours behind you. Are you on the East Coast? Yeah, we got family on the East Coast. All right, let's do that follower alert. Second one. Okay, so what I wanted to do for this one is have like a, what do you call it? A llama drop down from the top and go and explode with the name coming in behind it. Fortnite La Llama. Fortnite La Llama PNG. Do you just look up CSS or whatever it's called on Google? That's how I learned to do that. I just Googled CSS animations. And it took some time because it didn't teach you exactly how to do that. But once I got started, it wasn't too bad. I'm also going to change something in here. Just one sec. My overlay a little more opacity here, so they're not just totally see-through. There we go. All right, so we got some llamas. That's a pretty good high-quality one. Save this guy. How do we want to do this? Let's make it pretty small so it's a easier file on your PCs. Have someone get sniped. Oh, then we got to animate people and oof, that'd be a mess. Let's make this, I don't know, 500 by 500. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Here we go. That's why. Field order. None. All right, that should solve the problem now. Let's make this just 6 seconds. I don't think we're going to actually finish this entire one, by the way. We're just going to get it started. We've already been going for an hour and 15 minutes. So we want this to drop down, just like bring, 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 right? I wish I could. I wish I knew a little bit more about like actual physical behaviors, so I could like hang it from a string and drop it down, kind of have a bounce. But I'm not. I'm not at that level yet. So we're just gonna have it like bounce down and chill. Llama. Let's see, maybe 6 frames. We want it to be a pretty quick drop. And we're going to keyframe the Y position, which is the up-down position. Let's go back to the first frame, bring it all the way out of the screen. So if you don't know, what keyframes do is all you have to do is set a starting point and an ending point, and it figures out what everything is in between. So I set, on the very first frame, I set it up here. 6 frames later, I had another keyframe down here, and it moves it between those 2 keyframes. And here I can see the keyframe editor right here, and I can see, if I zoom in on them, we can see all the movement between it. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Right? Here's the one keyframe I made. Here's another keyframe I made. Problem is, I don't want it to slow down. Just by default, it adds a Bezier keyframe, so it eases into the movement and then slows down before the end. It smooths it out, right? So fast you can't even tell. Probably want to maybe bring it out to 10. You can see how it doesn't look like it's hitting something. It's kind of brought in and slowing down. We want to make it hit that bottom hard. We want it to make it look like it's being dropped, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to change it to that. Left to right being time, up and down being the Y value. Boink. Problem is, it feels like it... I feel like we need to drop it from higher.
Welcome.
Boom. Let's add another keyframe there. Let's make it bounce. So we're going to right click on this line, make sure it's Bezier. I don't know why I can't. There we go. Why won't you? There we go. See if that's too high of a bounce. It is too high of a bounce. That's not what I was looking for at all. Just bring it down a little bit. See how that looks. Looks pretty good. I think it's still too much of a bounce. There we go. That's what we're looking for. How do you have those names switch on the top of your face cam? That is a Python script. I actually paid someone. I paid a coder to do that for me. But I'm working with them right now. We're actually going to make it kind of just take this one, make a couple different colors, couple different layouts, and have it, you can hit him up and pay him basically a fraction of what I paid him to have just like a standard one, because he custom made it for me. He had to code the whole thing from scratch. And I'm going to have him make just a couple standards that he can just, here you go, here you go, here you go. So you guys can have them too. Let's add one more bounce. How come I can't break the tangents? There we go. Broke that tangent. Shattered it. I don't like the last one. Bounces too much. If we bring it down, it'll look a little more natural. There you go. Thank you, what? Oh, for making that? For having to make it? Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's just a good business tactic for him. Like, he's a coder. Like, coding takes forever. His document, I went through and I actually adjusted some of the code. And man, that thing is an intense piece of code. Like, to have to create that whole thing from scratch every time, that's just bad business. Like, make something that people can hit you up, say, hey, I want this. He goes, okay. Shells it out. I kind of wanted to start like kind of crooked bouncing in, you know? What do you guys think? We definitely needed to land straight. Let's try this. Yeah, what do you think? That's got a little... Let's even make it a little more extreme. There we go. That last bounce is too short, though. Let's try that. That's too high. That'll work. What do you think? Slide down link, please. Slide download link, please. What are you talking about, bud? I mean, it's still not supernatural. I mean, to get it look like perfect, you really have to like actually get a physics engine. I just don't have. I also think it needs to be brought back in one frame. There we go. Okay. Then it needs to pop. By the way, anyone in here want to jump into some custom games on PUBG? Let's see if they have particle emitters for like explosions and sparkles. We could use that one and make it bigger. Whoa. I don't know if you guys are looking in the top left where I'm looking. Oh, I think we found it. All right, we got to make the llama disappear. Maybe right there. Opacity 0. I think it needs some smoke too to cover up the llama disappearing a little bit more, you know? But I love that. That's fantastic. Is that program After Effects? This is Apple Motion. Oh, the smoke is too slow. Whoa. That one's crazy. Shrapnel explosion, huh? That's pretty cool. Let's just see what this looks like in here. Let's turn off star explosion. Need to like turn on the speed and turn on the depth of that thing a little bit faster. Life. Make it 150. Speed 600. Let's try speeding it up. Shrink the whole thing down a little bit. I actually kind of like it. Let's bring it down a little bit so it's more on the body of the thing. Let's maybe bring it to the left a little bit so it starts a little sooner. Wait, that's the wrong thing. If we bring the star back in, how's it look? That's not bad. Need to learn to do this with free software. What do you guys think? Let's bring the explosion underneath the star, though. Huh? It's a good exploding llama. I'll join PUBG from next week. All right. Maybe I'll jump over to Twitch or something when we do this. This is After Effects? No, this is Apple Motion. Honestly, the hardest thing about this is going to be the sound design. Let's group all these together. We also, it's kind of cutting, the edges are getting cut off a little bit, and that's going to bother me. Llama explode is the whole thing. Let's make this thing a little larger. Let's make it like 700 by 700. And let's. Oh, it's actually looking pretty good. Yeah, the llama's still off the screen. All right. I kind of want to bring it all up though, because some of the sparkles are getting off the edge of the bottom of the screen. Let's try that. I think we got a solid exploding llama. Think I get more people on Twitch? I mean, YouTube and Twitch are running about the same in members of viewership, but I know a lot of the people that want to do Twitch fam games are on Twitch more than they're on YouTube. So that'd be the main reason I do it, is the people that I say, hey, let's do it this Sunday, and I'll say, oh yeah, we did Twitch fam games, I just didn't tell you, and it was on the YouTube channel and not on the Twitch channel. So just to be a little more courteous to them, we'll probably do it on Twitch. Okay, let's make this one 5 seconds long. All right, I think we're going to end it here. I'm going to have the rest of it completely done. Can actually use a Fortnite in all streams, not just Fortnite? Of course. Of course. You can use it wherever you want. Yeah, the thing that's going to take the most time with this is going to be sound design. Just because I have to make a fun little ding, ding, ding noise, right? And got to make a good exploding noise. And I'm going to have to go search for sounds for a while. So what do you say we jump on over to Twitch? Let's do a quick Twitch fam games, maybe an hour of PUBG or something. Play with some followers, play with some viewers, and call it from there. So if you don't follow me on Twitch right now, if you go in the description down below, my link, thanks to Mason Bishop, actually works. And go ahead and follow me on Twitch, and we'll fire it up. Cool, guys. Thank you so much. I will throw this link as soon as, maybe give me like an hour or something. Remind me at the end of the Twitch stream. I'm gonna throw it in the Discord once it's done processing on YouTube, and you guys can watch this as many times as you want. Love you guys. See you on Twitch in a couple minutes. Peace.